Turning to Hangzhou in Zhejiang province, where the city is gearing up for the 19th Asian Games. Special events, vibrant decorations, and even a new high-speed rail for fans are appearing. The comprehensive sports competition was originally scheduled for 2022, but postponed because of the pandemic. For the first time, breakdancing and esports will be included as official medal events. Thousands of athletes from more than 40 countries will compete. For more on what's ahead at the Asian Games, CGTN sports and culture commentator Paul Dong joins us now. Great to see you, Paul.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, we know that China is no stranger to hosting big international sporting events, as we know. Hangzhou has even hosted the G20. So talk to us more about Hangzhou as the host of the Asian Games, what it has to offer, and the progress it's making.
Yes, indeed. Once Hangzhou decided to bid for the Asian Games, a lot of questions will be around for Chinese who have been, quite used to seeing even bigger stages like the Olympics. Then what about the curiosity for something on the Asian level? Would that make sense? I think it's, well, if you look at that option, decision to bid, it's more about Hangzhou. It's, of course, this time around, Hangzhou and 5 other neighboring cities in Zhejiang province will be involved very intensively. But at the same time, I want to stress it's more about Zhejiang. And from the slogans and all those communications, and you understand it's more about a Zhejiang provincial event, but also the central government also gives a lot of weight and importance to this event as well. So it's more national, but Hangzhou now becomes only the 3rd city in China to be hosting the Asian Games. So I think as we should understand, the Asian Games belong to, the ownership goes back to the Olympic Council of Asia instead of the host city. And that makes you kind of double challenged while sticking to the basic principles of the Olympic Games, because the OCA is part of the Olympic game family. But at the same time, you want to come up with something different, very, very new, not only to enrich your own legacy, but also helps Asia to attract as much attention from the continent around as possible, especially the younger generation, so that they can turn their attention back to their own continental sporting events. You have to come up with something new.
Yeah, and Paul, for those who aren't familiar with the Asian Games, it actually has quite a history. The first one taking place back in 1951, and the idea, as you mentioned, came decades before that.
Yeah, yes, and China, unfortunately, wasn't among the first to be involved in the Asian Games. I still remember people of my age have some fresh memories about how China went back to the Asian Olympic family and started participating in the Tehran Asian Games, and then finally climbed up on the top of the gold medal tally table by surpassing Japan in 1982 in New Delhi. And then from that time on, China never looked back and became a real powerhouse in Asia. So the #1 priority for any Chinese city to be hosting the Asian Games is much more than, no longer winning medals now. You have to put together an overall successful event, not only a sporting event, but also a cultural event to attract people who don't even necessarily follow sports in the past, but are amused and curious about this event, something going on in southern China, in eastern China. And then there are, or on the internet, some young people from any corner of the world may follow their own community's attraction, like esports.
And Paul, we're out of time.
Hangzhou, as the capital of IT in China, does shoulder that responsibility to do something different.
Paul, we are out of time, but we have 3 months to go, and we'd love to keep talking to you about the Asian Games. We'll have you back on very soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Elaine.